So I think overall, the way they played, I think 2-2 is a fair result. I'm a bit the opposite to Benny in terms of the foul being given. I think for me, it's a foul. If that happens anywhere else on the pitch, the rest are going to say you barged him in the back. So for me, there's no difference there.
Yeah, listen, it's one of those, you look at sort of Diego Carlos and his reaction was almost like, I should be a little bit stronger here. But as rightly said there, I mean, you can't shoulder barge someone in the back. And it's unfortunate because I thought Chelsea's second half were absolutely magnificent. Cole Palmer had the chance where we were almost waiting for him to burst into life. Looking forward to seeing him back today. He has the opportunity, he doesn't take it. But as I said, I think 2-2 is probably the fairest result.
Yeah, Disasi denied at the end there. 2-2 the final score at Villa Park. What a pulsating day in the Premier League. All round, heartbreak for some, excitement for others. 2-2 in our final game of the night. Victory for Everton, which ensures their safety for next season. A 5-1 win for Newcastle United over Sheffield United means the Blades are confirmed relegated from the Premier League. 1-1 at Old Trafford between Manchester United and Burnley, and we started the day off with the same scoreline. We ended it 2-2 at West Ham. For Liverpool, probably the end of their title dream. We'll hear from the guys what they think about that, though. Tomorrow, there is plenty more to come, and Tottenham would have watched tonight's game thinking Villa could have been 9 points clear of them. It's just 7 points, so they will be buzzing against Arsenal. Nottingham Forest against another team chasing that top spot in the Premier League, and that's Manchester City. Let's look at the Premier League table and confirm for you where things stand after all the drama today. Well, in terms of the top of the table, Liverpool, 75 points, having played a game more than Arsenal and 2 games more than Manchester City, having dropped points twice this week. That was a big result for them at West Ham in terms of their title dreams. For Aston Villa, as mentioned, 2 points dropped tonight, so they are 7 points clear of Tottenham, having played 3 games more now. Let's look at the bottom of the table, because confirmation then of Sheffield United relegation from the Premier League. Luton and Burnley fight another day. Nottingham Forest do as well. That day is tomorrow against Manchester City. They are 1 point clear of the drop zone. Job done for Everton. Job done for Brentford as well. They will be in the Premier League next season.
Congratulations on your goal. Can you even begin to sum up how you're feeling right now after the way that game unfolded?
Yeah, we're gutted really. Obviously, quite a poor first half. We were just too slow on the ball, lethargic, but second half was brilliant. Obviously we come back and I felt we should have won the game. We were hard done by, but no, I'm proud of the lads for the second half performance.
What was said at half-time? Like you say, a little bit lethargic in the first half. I mean, you had so much possession, it was really just that final ball that was letting you down. Yeah, exactly.
The gaffer, he just, long story short, just told us to liven up and just work harder in everything we do, on the ball, off the ball. And yeah, like I said, second half was a lot better, and we were unlucky to not get the win.
What about your goal? Did you know it was heading in when it left your foot?
Absolute swinger. But no, I was really happy with the goal, but really disappointed to not get the third in the end.
Were you sensing a nervousness around the stadium almost coming into it? Cole Palmer had an opportunity saved, and then obviously you had that late goal disallowed.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was bad timing on my part.
Yeah, I mean, we had chances to win, and I think we showed great character in the second half. I think the goal at the end should have counted, but it's not my decision. But I think we can hold our heads high and take a lot of confidence from that.
Do you think this shuts down now any questions over spirit, over dedication from the players? Does a performance like this go out and show that?
Yeah, for sure. I said that before the game as well, that how much we want to improve and get better as a team, and we're still on a journey to keep improving as a team. We're nowhere near where we want to be as a club, and yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, but the second half was great tonight.
Absolute swinger is how he described his goal. Interesting that he doesn't really look happy, and it's probably because they could have won it and thought they did win it.
Yeah, it could be multiple reasons, to be honest with you. I think in general, I think what Gallagher has done at Chelsea is most probably one of the underrated players in terms of what he's achieved for him while he's there, because they went for a spell where nobody was running. He was the guy that changed that. He set the pace in the pressing, the aggression, and now he's adding goals to his game in this Chelsea team as a captain, but not just goals, like important ones as well. Like that is an important goal, I think, in my opinion, to get them those points. And then you got Thiago Silva. No matter how old he gets, he seems to just get better and better. I feel like he's 39 and he, for me, played that well that we didn't even speak about him. He just went through the game. It was everybody else we spoke about, but he just fit in there. And I think like those two players kind of set the tempo in terms of like desire and in many ways how you should play for Chelsea. I think Madueke was really, really good today. Caused a lot of problems. And I think from the outside, you look at things and you say, why are Chelsea even in the position they're in when they can go to Villa and do things like this? And great turn. But that finish from Madueke for me is brilliant. He just guides it. He doesn't even use the pace, but the press is what killed Villa. Like Cole goals and then Gallagher can come because Cucurella's in that midfield area and then there. And Connor's there again, the drag across, and like a great finish on it, Ben.
Yeah, just slides into that far corner, as he was saying, they're really good press, but he doesn't try again to smash it in that type of particular area. Some forwards would maybe try and hit as hard as they can. He goes, you know what, I'll use the defender again, and he just guides it, keeps it really low, crisp slide into that far corner, and it's a really intelligent finish.
Yeah, and it was just reward as well because he'd really turned it on in the second half. He was their main catalyst himself and Gallagher, and they actually both on the score sheet because this is that hit from him.
Yeah, and as he said there, I mean, it's not his strong foot, but what a finish. But again, Madueke picking up the ball on that right-hand side again. I know it's a simple assist, but he was at the middle of everything they did right that second half. He hit that real intensity with the ball. Chelsea fans would say, why don't they see this more often? Because when he's like this, he's pretty much unplayable. But it's a simple pass, and it's his movement that creates the space because the defenders back off, and as Conor Gallagher said there, it is a swinger, but what a swinger it is. He, again, guides it, doesn't smash it, just guides it in that far corner into the top corner. And again, I thought he was one of Chelsea's more impressive players again today.
And you know what's funny? If you look at the Villa players, it's almost like they're saying, it's only Conor Gallagher, we'll let you kind of shoot from there. And then when he drags it onto his left and he lets fly with that left foot, you can see the concentration in the way, like, breathes out and it just strokes it, and it's a fantastic finish.
We thought there was one more to come. He would get all 3 points because they did have the ball in the back of the net in the 95th minute, the icing on the cake, but it was ruled out for a foul in the build-up.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it from that angle there, you can quite clearly see his shoulder bar, Jim. I mean, it's not a lot, but I think Wright is right in terms of if that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's probably a foul. So I can understand why it was given. I still think it was a little bit soft, but probably the correct decision.
Yeah, it's a foul. I think I can understand why he's done it because there is an opportunity there to obviously win the ball and get there, and he thinks if he can get him underneath the ball, he has a better chance, which it turns out that way. But for me, like, we've seen it so many times where there's, like, say, a mistiming of a barge in and around the pitch and you get someone in the back and the ref gives a free kick. So if you can blatantly do it that badly in the penalty area, I think you have to give a foul. There weren't no disguise in it. He knew exactly what.
Frustration from Poch, understandably so, but we've been speaking to former Premier League referee Dermot Gallagher, and he's told us that the justification is it's shoulder into back, and that's Badiashile on Carlos. If it was shoulder to shoulder, different story, but it is shoulder into back, and so therefore it is a foul.
I couldn't agree less. I totally agree with the decision that the refs got after he's gone to VAR. I just think if it was the other way around, Poch would be expecting a foul from that as well. So would a lot of manager, in my opinion. So I think it's a foul. It is what it is. I think Chelsea were fantastic to get back into the game, and I think they should come away with their heads held high from this performance.
Yeah, great performance from Chelsea. Great second half, I'd say. Not first half, but second half. But I can understand his frustration.
From 2 goals down, one of those from Morgan Rogers. We will hear from Glenn and Joe very shortly, but first we should get the thoughts of Mauricio Pochettino. He is with Emma Dodds.
So you took a point from the game, but how disappointed are you not to have all 3 right now?
I think everyone that was watching the game feel disappointed. I think it's so. I think we need to explain to the people also, no. I think 2 different things. If the referee say penalty, say foul, and it's disallowed the goal, is one thing, and then go to the VAR and confirm. That is stay, with the decision. But when the referee didn't see nothing, and then go for with the VAR and change the decision of the referee there, I think it's not. I'm going to say nothing bad, I don't want to talk bad about the referee or the is unbelievable. It's ridiculous. It's difficult to accept this type of thing. In the semi-final 2 weeks ago was handball in the FA Cup, and that is no penalty. And the VAR say no, it's no penalty, and the referee didn't check. And in this situation, yes, of course, that is really painful because I think it's damaged the English football for me. It's damaged the image. And I think even Aston Villa player or even the fans didn't understand why disallowed the goal.
Have you managed to speak to the referee? Have the players had any explanation?
No, he said that was foul. And when you saw, if you see the challenge, it's a challenge. What happened if we are going to every single challenge like this is going to be foul? I think we finish the game with 11 players, never in any game like this. That is the difficult thing to understand. Okay, we can talk about performance, we can talk about decision, we can talk about many things about football. That is type of decision I think is damaging the game.
You're clearly frustrated about it.
I'm not frustrated. I am relaxed. I am calm. I don't want to say nothing wrong. It's only to help to the spectacle. If it was against me, because some people say no, but it was against you. It wasn't against me. I say, look, that was goal. But what we can do?
What about the performance of your team then? How pleased were you with the reaction tonight?
No, I think the performance overall was very good, and I think we played really well and we dominate the game. It's true that we in the first half we conceded 2 goals, so easy, so soft. But things that we tried to change on the second half, I think the team didn't concede too much, and yes, to come here and play against Aston Villa with another team like Arsenal, full confidence, fighting for the top 4, I think. Was to say, very pleased with the performance of the team. I think the players were so good, and we were talking also after the game. That is in the way that if we want to build something important, that is in the way that we need to perform.
How important was it you got that reaction? You obviously went 2 goals down, but the fact that they did fight to come back and could have eventually taken the win.
No, I think that is what you expect, and I think today was a good opportunity against a very good team like Aston Villa. Now, so pleased, and now we need to move on. It's true that the all is going to be the headline in the disallowed goal in the last few minutes, but I think the performance was a great performance against a team that is doing so well this season.
Mauricio Pochettino saying he's not frustrated, he's very calm, but it's damaging for English football, and even the Villa fans here wouldn't be able to agree with why that goal was ruled out. Glenn, what did you think? Was that a foul?
I thought it was a foul, yes. And we had come down from upstairs and we were in the corner flag there. And as soon as it happened, I saw him shove. I saw the foul, and it takes the defender off the line of the ball. I think he would have headed it. That's the reason why Badashil fouls him. He knows that. Look, he gives him a nudge that is a foul. And anywhere on the football pitch, unfortunately, Chelsea deserved to win today. They were the better team, particularly in the second half. But Joe, I don't know what your thoughts are, but there is a foul there.
Does it stop the defender being able to play the ball?
It is a foul. It's smart. I agree with Mauricio in the sense that VAR, after the Coventry game, look, he just nudges him. That's a smart... See, without VAR, there's no way a foul. He's kidded the ref. Footballers know. He's leaned on him. He knows Carlos is about to just pop it out of play, and then the set piece is dead. But he nudges him. It is a foul, and it's disappointing. But on the other side of things, Linz, with VAR, after watching the Coventry situation at Wembley, and then that tonight, you've missed 2 great moments, beautiful moments. Obviously not for the Villa fans or for the Manchester United fans, but it will go. I just think what we're trying to achieve with it, we were not achieving. You're taking away that moments and that passion.
Is it enough to rule that goal out, do you think? Enough of a
It's
shove?
significant.
In my opinion, yes, because he takes him out of the line, the defender away from the line of the ball. He knows, and that's why Badashil has done it. He knows, as a professional, he knows I can't get there. The defender's going to head that, and he shoved him without 100%. That's a foul. As much as I'd like Chelsea to have won today, because I felt they deserved to win. Yeah. They played really well second half. They were brilliant. They scored a great goal with Gallagher. But that, I can understand Mauricio's emotion after the game with what happened in the semi-final as well and all them things. But I think in the light of day, most people that have played football and been managers, the light of day, that is a foul. He shoved him. It's quite a simple one. I was surprised in play that the referee didn't see it. There's no bodies in front of him. If he's looking at the ball at the play, he must have seen the shove. He obviously didn't. And that's where VAR comes in.
Yeah,
in a
recommended that
way.
on-field review, and then it was overturned. They'll also be frustrated as well because Cole Palmer had a chance for the winner just before that as well, guys, didn't he? And you can't let him have the ball in the position that Villa
so
did.
dangerous. He really is. I mean, they get themselves in the mix-up here. This is a lovely touch here. He just drags it there, sits him down. He's through on goal. It's a fantastic save from the keeper. It really is. I mean, look, this is when you make a change as significant as the goalkeeper, and they get in a mess, but it's a lovely bit of footwork and skill. And you would back him all the way there, Glenn, wouldn't you?
Magical bit of play, it really was. You know, he put them under pressure and ends up getting the chance, and you could see he's put his hand on the corner flag, taking the corner, but he knows that could have been a match winner there, and there was no VAR would have been interested in anything there, so it was very unfortunate. Good save though.
It was a good save. A magical goal for the equaliser from Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he was brilliant. He really is the driving force behind this team. At this point in the game, Madueke was having all sorts of joy down this side. It was all coming down here. And Gallagher drops it in and no one shuts him down. That shovels it across onto his left foot. And that's a beautiful strike. Because what you've got to think of here, he knows right now what he's going to do. As soon as his touch goes in there, it opens up and he just floats it in, doesn't he?
That's the reason. Madueke was taking on Lucadino on the outside, on the inside. So that's when the covering man come over. So you make the extra man on the winger. Well, you're going to give up space somewhere else on the inside, and Gallagher takes that space and puts it in the top corner.
It was
good wing play.
Madueke, though, who was the driving force behind that comeback in the second half. Just how influential was he?
I thought he was brilliant. I think he held the width a little bit more than he did first half. This is again about Gallagher, just poking the ball, pinching the ball, pressing. It ends up at Madueke, and what a finish that is. That's what Palmer's been doing all season, just stroking the ball into the corners of the net. And the young man, he's 21 years of age, that's a beautiful finish. Yeah. But now, if I'm the manager, I'm saying to him, you've shown us what you can do. You can do that time and time again. Second half, he had the fullback on toast.
Yeah, getting a run of starts now, which is really helping him. He only made 2 at the start of the season, the first half, but he's made 5 in a row now.
He's forced his way into the team. He's a real talent. He's a big lad. He's graceful. He can go off both sides. And what he done crucially early on in the second half is when he took Digne down the outside. I think he needs to develop that into his game. He stood a lovely ball up with his right foot, so he can do it. Them little things we highlighted at half-time defensively and at the Arsenal game, they're things, they could be brushed up. If he's concentrating and he wants to get to the top, the very, very top, he can do, because he has all the attributes, Glenn, doesn't he? What a wonderful footballer.
OK, we'll take a quick break. More to come.
The draw tonight, but does the result almost feel like a defeat, having had the 2-goal lead?
Good evening. We are very happy. We are very happy because today we achieved the first objective, improving last year we did, is to play in Europe League next year. And we are very happy. And now we have a new challenge. A new challenge is to play Champions League. But of course, we had to accept. We weren't contender. Now we are contender. Of course, they show it today, Chelsea, their power. But we are being consistent in 35 matches and getting more points. And today to draw at the end is a very good result.
So you were pleased with the performance of your side this evening?
I want more. Of course.
What about the possession? Were you concerned about the control Chelsea had in the game, albeit you were very good on the break and very clinical in front of goal?
Yes, because they have very good players.
And what about, from your perspective, the 2 goals to score so early? I imagine that is the perfect start that you were hoping for in a game like this one.
Yes, the result was amazing the first half. And we were struggling, we weren't defending well. We didn't concede a lot, but of course we needed to keep more possession. But it's difficult against Chelsea.
The first side this season to have more than 70% possession against Aston Villa in a game today. Joe, in that first half, though, they were in control, 2-0 up. How did they let it slip, Villa?
A concentration. It's a long season for England. You have to remember, these players are not used to going this deep in a campaign, and also and also with the size of the games that they're playing. You know, now every game's crucial, and they was in the ascendance. This is early on, got down the outside, perfect start for them. You know, you think, so you worry for Chelsea at this point, because we've seen Villa really take teams to the cleaners here. But I just think this is a challenge for them. You know, it's a real challenge now, because this is your business end of the season, and this is when you've got to turn up every 3 days and you've got to be on it.
I felt, Joe, that they got their noses ahead, obviously, after 4 minutes. Then they get the second goal. But their instinct was to drop deep and defend what they had. Listen, when you score after 4 minutes, it doesn't mean anything. There's a long way to go, particularly in the Premier League, with the standard of Chelsea and any team. So they've dropped defensive minds too
passive.
Yeah, too passive. And they were just looking on the counter. They had no possession of the ball. And Chelsea, even first half, had possession, and it was played in Villa's half. They got out on the counter. They got the second, and that made them even more defend. With a mentality. And I think sometimes you've got to say, right, you know, you've got to have possession at home particularly, and you can take the sting out of the game and out of Chelsea's rhythm. They never did that once. They were just going to counter and say, look, we'll hold on to what we had. But second half, you've got to give credit to Chelsea. They were magnificent. They pushed bodies forward. They hunted the ball together quickly in the last third. And then they were clinical to a certain degree when they created the chances. So credit to Chelsea. I think the final whistle came probably at the right time for Villa. They were hanging on a little bit.
Do you think Chelsea deserved to win it overall?
I think so. I think once the dust settled and Mauricio clearly, like, he'll be emotional about the last minute goal being chalked off. We all would in that situation. But I think when he looks at the performance from start to finish, apart from a few little moments when they switched off, I thought they was really at it. And there's been question marks asked about this group of players from their own fan base, from people in the media, and I thought they answered all of them. Body language was good, didn't give in. You know, that's what you want, and that needs to be the standard from now to the end of the season.
There's 7 points, Villa, ahead of Tottenham. Spurs with 3 games in hand. They've got all of the top 3 to play. Does that give them just a little bit extra motivation, Tottenham, though, going into that North London derby?
Oh, Lindsay, without a doubt. I think if Villa had won tonight and there'd have been 9 points clear, I think that would have been done and dusted. I think for Spurs to win them all 3 of them games on the trot would have been very difficult for them. Now there's a little bit of a glimmer, although it's going to be a tough game for Tottenham tomorrow, obviously, but Arsenal are playing so well. But you never know with the North London derby. But the bottom line, it's given them a glimmer. It's opened a little bit of the door. Can they smash the door open, Tottenham?
Yeah.
Kéo về. Bây giờ